Hey guys, and welcome back to the last part of Mega Man Battle Network 6 for this week.
It should be good though. I mean, we've had a very eventful week when you think about it in terms of Battle Network. Tons of stuff going on, lots and lots of fighting and violence, which is always a great thing to make me keep coming back. I don't know about you.
So the only thing I can focus on in this scene is the 2 road in the background. Where does it go?
Well, it's the second road. It goes to the second place, don't you know?
Oh, okay. Oh god.
See, this is the 6th road, and that's the 6th road over there.
We're really reaching for jokes at this point. Okay, here is a Copybot Pride Parade. Look at them, they're all very colourful.
They're basically advertising the fact that the expo is still going to go on, despite the fact that Mayor Kane has been, well, I guess impeach is too strong of a word when you think about it. Alright, that's a good thing to bring to your expo. Let's all band together so we don't fucking die.
Yeah, let's taunt the terrorists who want to hurt us. That'll work.
Man, they're really kind of playing with this whole copybot thing a ton. They're basically wagging in my face. Oh, you could have a copybot. Too bad you don't make $10,000 a fucking week to afford one.
Yeah, I could if I wanted to, but I can't, so I won't.
I'll be honest, if I had a copybot and I could put a NetNavi in it, I wouldn't do anything cool. Okay, well, I would do one thing cool and I put Dragon Man EXE in it for a little bit. Then, actually, you know what? That wouldn't really work because Dragon Man is sort of bipedal. Well, he's like bipedal, but he's more hunched over. Like, he can't really do like a humanoid stance because he's part fucking dragon. That's how I designed him.
Okay.
And I'm just going to talk about this like this is a real
Yeah, I was going to say, is it going somewhere?
But mainly what I do is I just put a normal NetNavi in it, and I just have him clean the fucking house. Like, that's $10,000 basically paying for itself. I'm sorry. I'm starting to wonder if Mick has any other friends besides us. I mean, let's think about this. Like, since the beginning, he's always been kind of a little shit, but at the same time, he's kind of gotten to that point where he hangs out with me and Tablet. Like, I get it hanging out with Lan. Like, that makes sense. But Tab just sort of butts his way into it, because, like, for a while the game actually does kind of forget you're supposed to be chums with the guy, and then now he just starts showing up, like, all the time. It doesn't really make sense to me.
Well, I suppose, you know, when you're as abrasive as Mick is, you tend to rub people the wrong way.
And, you know, I'm not like, I know we bring up the whole Tab thing a lot, I'm just gonna get this out of the way. I don't hate Tab.
No, there's nothing to hate.
Yeah, exactly. He's just kind of there. You know, at least Higsby had a personality. He was a complete neat, impossible pervert. That's something to love, though. It's kind of odd they are inviting us to it. You know what with Mega Man turning into a fucking monster and a copybot and sort of almost killing everybody? Yeah, it's probably a trap, isn't it?
Dubious.
Yeah, you know, I'm starting to think, with that dulcet tone you just expelled from your lips for that really long time.
That's a great word.
Expelled is a pretty good word, that and cromulent. But, yeah, this is probably a fucking trap. I've played too many Battle Network games to know where this is going, I'm sorry. Oh, it's a special preview show. That's definitely not a trap.
It'll be to die for.
Thank you. Alright, good. I'm glad you made that. That's like if they made like a preview E3, and they only invited all the reporters that were going to say something negative to them, and then they drop them into like a pit with like a cage going over top.
One of my favourite, like, one of those kind of things, like E3 debacles, is the thing where Itagaki, I think he walked into Microsoft's press conference or something, took one look around, and then walked out.
I don't remember that. Is Itagaki with Sony?
No, he's the Ninja Gaiden guy, I believe.
Oh, okay, alright.
Yeah, he wears sunglasses all the time.
Oh yeah, that guy. I never agreed with some of his design philosophies, like with the fact, like, you know, Ninja Gaiden is super hard, and if you pick, like, easy mode, they make fun of you for it, and you have to wear, like, a bit... No, I don't get it, though. Because why if you don't want him to play easy mode, don't include an easy mode. Sorry, that's how the game works.
It's also a trap. I don't know why you're getting so help over it.
I don't know, I guess I'm just kind of picky like that.
Okay, in case you don't know who Itagaki is, he has often been compared to an oatmeal cookie.
What?
Sorry, I just thought I'd slip that in there. Okay, did you hear that mysterious noise?
Well, not mysterious. I know it's Falzer. We've been trying to get Falzer for a while now. I mean, Mega Man has one Cybeast, but personally, I need both to complete the collection. I'm sorry. So basically, this early section right here of this particular part is we're gonna invite everybody to the fucking expo because we are popular.
Oh yeah.
And you know, we have so many friends at this point. We have friends in 2 different cities. That's how popular we are. And we're gonna go bring them all with us to this definitely not a trap. Because as you know, if Mail has one thing she is very good at, it's being fucking kidnapped and put into a trap. So we might as well bring her along.
Is that her, like, main function in these games?
Well, you know, I would say that, like, a lot of the thing that Lan's friends do, like, no matter which series, they're just there in the background exposition, and more often than not, they just kind of get captured sometimes. Like, you know, we've had some instances, as we've mentioned before, of, like, you know, Gutsman being badass and, like, kicking the shit out of people, but we saw what happened, you know, not too long ago in this playthrough of them just kind of not fucking do anything, and Roll is pretty easy to kidnap. I think she gets kidnapped, like, once or twice in the manga. And then at one time she was like an evil version that tried to kill me. That one was weird. You have to read that, by the way, because it's actually pretty good.
Ugh, do I have to read the manga, really?
Yes, Tom, you have to read the manga.
Okay.
Is Tab like the only employee here, by the way?
I guess he works like the day shift or something while his dad's out doing stuff.
I would imagine so. Because, like, I can understand Higsby being, like, the only, there's Mr. Famous in the corner there, by the way. He'll, do stuff for you that I can't fucking remember at this time.
Okay.
But, like, Higsby I get. Like, Higsby, the appeal of Higsby's chip store for me, I think, it's kind of like that shitty comic book shop you see, like, when you're going down, like, a particular road and it's sort of nestled in there in, like, a strip mall. It looks like crap, but it's clear that the person running the counter has no idea of how business is supposed to work, and yeah, he's fucking trying anyway. God bless his heart, you know?
Ugh, clingy teachers. Just go away.
I don't know, Miss Murray isn't bad. I mean, yeah, she's kind of inviting herself over, admittedly, but at the same time, you know, I've had teachers I liked. It's not bad.
So yeah, now we gotta go find Gutsman, Roll, Glide, and Proto Man as well, I believe.
Proto Man is not the guy I would want to take to something like this, because you know he's just going to be a colossal frump during all of it. Well, at least he's always focused on business, which is something I can understand.
Not as harumphy as I expected him to be.
Well, I mean, in the previous games, like, really early on, he was harumph. You know, oh, I don't like being fucking hanging out with you guys, or something like that. But as time goes on, he kind of eases up, yeah.
You want beast mode? You can't handle the beast mode!
Well, it's good that you're showing some virus battles again, and I understand, like, you want to cut out a lot of them for time, and, you know, there's no point in seeing them over and over multiple times, that's fine. But, you know, with the way these parts are edited, sometimes I honestly forget that you're supposed to fight virus battles in this game.
Well, sometimes the encounter rate just goes a bit insane.
That's true, although I hear that it's really bad, like I said before, in Star Force 2, where, like the LP I was reading, they basically just kind of had to code that out after a while because it got so horrific. Let's see, anything good here?
Nothing that I'm gonna buy.
You should buy a fucking fast gauge, though. That's pretty useful.
Oh, no, I believe you mean fist gauge.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a fist gauge. My bad. That's the power of your fist loading up.
You may have noticed that my health's gone up a bit.
I see, because you bought an HP memory, which increases your health.
No, not just because of that. I also jiggled with the Navi customizer a little bit.
Wow, really? You're still... No, honestly, you're still using that thing? Like, I'm not trying to be mean to you. Like, I honestly have forgotten that you were using it throughout this game because you only showed it like a few times on screen. No, you know my memory is bad. You know, like, a week into the future, I won't remember.
I remembered how the rules work for it, and I put in, like, the plus 100 HP, plus 50, and so on.
Well, that's good, that's good. I mean, you certainly have been learning your Battle Network trivia and skill set as you've been going throughout this game.
You guys may have noticed I actually started using, like, the plus 10 attack stuff and whatnot, so there you go. Redeemed! LP redeemed!
All of those comments getting so mad at you because you weren't using those chips right. I mean, you gotta give him some credit. At least he, you know, eventually learned how to do it after a while. But this was like his first game. Give him a break, guys.
No. It's not that they were even mad. It was just kind of more perplexed or bemused, and that I actually kind of find charming.
I mean, I wasn't mad either. Like, they were certainly being respectful about it. You guys have been respectful, you know, for a good part of, like, the comments, and we do appreciate that. But I'm just saying, like, I just thought it was funny to kind of just see that over and over from, like, established Battle Network fans. And, you know, I gotta say, I really do like how, the playthrough has kind of brought all these Battle Network fans together, and everybody's kind of, they've said to me, like, oh, now I'm replaying the games again because this has brought that. Yeah, I know, it's a great feeling. So I'm really glad you guys are getting a lot more enjoyment out of this playthrough than I thought. This has been a pretty good playthrough so far, I have to say. I've been really enjoying it.
Good stuff.
So basically, he's got his own little square in the... This is like his homepage if he made it on GeoCities. Welcome to Dex's awesome homepage.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh man, GeoCities, that takes me back.
Flames everywhere. No, not Flame from Mage FC. Oh, that'll be a nightmare. Oh, that'll be on the dark now.
Then that'll be Heatman's awesome webpage.
Yeah.
That reminds me back when GeoCities was up. I don't know if I mentioned this in this playthrough or elsewhere, but my sister used to have a Severus Snape dedicated fan site on GeoCities.
I remember this.
And it wasn't like your typical fangirlish kind of stuff. She actually analyzed the character through a literary sense, which I gotta be, and I'm not being biased here, honest to God. And it's not because she's my sister, but I found that was a much more refreshing change of pace than the whole typical kind of fangirly stuff you would get with characters like that, so.
Well, we're gonna do one of those things. Take a guess which it is.
You know what? Fuck this.
Yep. We out. Peace.
And see you later, Glide. Hope you don't get kidnapped again.
That's mean, Mr. Mega Man. Please stop.
But it's daytime. Go to bed.
What is this, the Flanders house?
Do they go to bed at like noon in the Flanders house? I don't know if like they did that in an episode.
I think it was the episode where Bart and Lisa get put into a foster home because Marge and Homer leave the house in such a like disarray that the grandpa isn't doing a very good job of taking care of like the kids. Stupid babies need the most attention. What was that sound effect?
That's you typing on your keyboard to emulate footsteps.
This is a blatant violation of privacy.
Yeah, I've been experiencing some of that lately.
I would not want to see Dex standing over me when I woke up.
It turns out you naturally wake up when you are exposed to sunlight, usually coming in from your window, or in this case, the sunlight bouncing off a guy's huge forehead.
Don't be rude.
Why not? They can't fucking do anything to me.
They're in there, and I'm out here and real.
What I want to know is, where's the caveman?
Better swoosh right in. Okay, let's move on.
But anyway, today is the expo, and it's definitely not a trap, so I'm feeling really good about this.
Holy shit, 36 parts in, and we finally get to go inside that building that's been, like, cordoned off. Sorry, I was searching for the word there. Cordoned off for the entire playthrough.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's your typical kind of near endgame dungeon. We gotta save some of the best stuff for last.
Mm-hmm. Just having a little sort through here.
Have you been doing what they've also been suggesting in the comments and using more like star, you know, battle chips and similar codes and things like that?
No.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Although, let's be fair, you know, like, even me, I didn't really kind of go out of my way to kind of grind a lot of battle chips, so my folder was pretty fucking slapdash, I'm not gonna lie, sorry.
I'm not sure if you have to speak to your mom, but that was in the guide, so I did it anyway.
I do like how she keeps raw meat on the counter without being on a cutting board. Good job, by the way. Yeah.
I was going to bring that up earlier, but I didn't think it was appropriate at the time.
It's not appropriate to point out when somebody may poison their son. Yeah, thank you, Tom. That's why children die. It's because of you.
Oh, God.
Wait, are they having a net battle?
Yep, right here, right now.
I thought they were just actually fighting each other and then just saying battle chips.
This kind of whole standing around, like, pointing friggin' like Game Boys at each other reminds me of like barcode battlers or something.
Oh man, I barely did any link cable battling when I was growing up. I missed out on that, like, during most of its era. Like, I didn't really know anything. The most link battle gaming I have done was through Dragon Warrior Monsters 2, of all games, which is a great game, like, make no mistake, but it definitely was not Pokemon, I gotta say.
One could say you know everything if you know my family.
Yai's kind of like a stumpy Karen from Street Fighter when you think about it.
Yeah, yeah.
They are both from Capcom, I'm not really surprised. So I guess Dex is gonna be E Honda when he grows up.
Oh, jeez.
Is E Honda even gonna be in Street Fighter 5? Because they've gotten everybody else, like fucking Balrog is in there now, and Guile. But I've seen no sign. They got Dulcim. I've seen no signs at E Honda or anything. Blanca's not even in the game, which is odd.
No, Dex is gonna be fucking Birdie when he grows up.
Yeah. You know what? I see it, especially with the fat. Yeah, that'll probably be what happens.
Fat people are all alike, you know.
That's true. I used to be one of them. I know how this is.
I can speak their language.
That's true. I'm allowed to make fun of them because I used to be one of them.
How's it go? Cake, 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 Dorito?
Yeah, that's our code word. Yeah, alright, Dex.
Well, that's a really big achievement you got there, Dex. Pin it on your wall.
In this picture, Iris kind of reminds me of what happens when somebody makes a Battle Network OC and puts them on a forum with the actual established characters, and trust me, I've seen that happen before.
Oh gosh.
I don't know, I mean, we used to run that... I'm not gonna say, like, my shit didn't stink when I was doing the Battle Network RP forum and things like that, but I tried a little, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
I already don't like this music, I'm sorry.
You brought me to a sign!
Fun fact here, what you do in the expo actually affects what will happen later on at Land's trial, and if you do things correctly enough, you can actually avoid getting executed.
Yeah, when you bump into Mail, make sure you give her back the necklace. Do it truthfully now. Yeah, exclusively for you. No one else is here.
It will exclusively be your trap, nobody else.
He's just like laughing in front of him and none of them take it as like a dangerous thing.
Oh, you gotta get stamps on the back of your hand like in Disneyland.
Yeah, you gotta get the stamps!
What?
Watch you some two best friends play, mate, that's all I'm gonna say.
But I don't want to. Just summarize it for me like you're good at doing.
Oh, go to hell.
Can you summarize that for me too? Okay, it's Doom. There, I've summarized it for you. Speaking of Disneyland, that actually reminds me, they actually have like a card game you could play at like a certain part of it where you get cards and you like scan them in front of like not exhibits, what's the word? It's not an exhibit, but they're like mirrors you find, and they play like footage, and then you do like cards to like fire off effects at the guy you're fighting in there, and you actually travel around the park and do that, and then you go like fight the final boss of it, which is actually a really cool idea, I gotta say.
Nice. So yeah, all these pavilions have like attractions you can look at. It's just basically like text dumps and so on, like, oh, you should take better care of the environment and so on. Basically, they're environmentally shaming us.
Yeah, I never want to go to one of these expos for a field trip where I'm supposed to learn shit, but really I'm not going to.
I expected a lot more from something that was built up this much, and yeah, you're right, that music is not great, and it just plays on a loop for the entire duration you're here.
Yeah, it's kind of one of the weaker things of this game. Nobody is exactly putting this on like the top 100 best RPG list, you know?
Well, RPG music at least. Do you think this would be an opportunity for them to pad out the game a little bit by making you having to go into like a program to get the stamps and such? Oh, and there is padding coming, don't get me wrong, but this is like purely like in the real world, which is a little bit, it's refreshing, I'd say.
I suppose, but at the same time, I don't know. There, go on Dex and swim with your brethren.
He's the only one who goes to the Green Pavilion. There's a reason for that, as we will see shortly.
Ah, poor Tab. He tries so hard, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Is it bored into your skull yet?
Oh, it's getting there.
Alright, they're gonna have a girls' day out. Cool. I'm Billy No Mates over here, it's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just hang out with my net nabby.
I'm the only reason you got to come in here in the first place.
That's true. It's a good thing they looked over the hole you almost killed everybody thing. Whew! Dodged a bullet!
Right.
Yeah, the animatronics are gonna come alive, aren't they?
Oh, Jesus. We'll see you guys next time for the obvious trap spring. Bye-bye for now.